Well, now back to us. I see up next we have Kirsten Tuff.
Yes, yes.
I hear she's a good friend of yours.
Yes, she's a nerd. We go well together.
And what is this she's up for?
Well, she's an actress. She just did something for the CBC, her first professional job.
And it seems Chris Little's going to be interviewing her.
Yes.
Well, take it away, Chris.
Hi there. My name's Christopher Little. Over the years, QEH has developed quite a reputation for its theatrical efforts, such as the school play, the musical, and the drama festival, which is held yearly. Some students, however, go on to do more than that, and some even get involved in professional work before they even leave high school. One such student is Kirsten Duff, who's in the studio with us this evening. Hi, Kirsten.
Hi, Chris.
She has just finished taping a show for the CBC called Hero of the Family. Could you tell us briefly about the play?
Basically, it's this is what I've heard. It's part of a series called The Way We Are, which is on every Thursday night. It's dealing with family issues, mostly. The production that I'm involved with deals with a convict who has beaten up a boy, and he's a member of my family. I'm playing his sister in the part. So that's basically it. I mean, I can't really tell the end of it.
Could you describe briefly your character in the play?
She's the same age as I am, 18, and she's fairly conservative and just, she's not really spectacularly different than I am. She's sort of the same sort of character as I am, actually, which is sort of nice because it was easy to play her.
So you can identify with the character?
Mm-hmm.
I see. How did you get the role? How did you find out about the casting and so forth?
Well, I found out about it through a friend of mine. The drama teacher here was contacted, but he was asked to talk to only a few students. But I found out through my friend, and I decided, well, I might as well go and try out, so I did.
Did you have a great deal of competition?
I guess a lot of people did try out. That's what I was told,
I see. When did you tape it?
I taped it right during exams in January.
That must have been tough.
Yeah, it was sort of difficult trying to go to rehearsals and do that and study for exams at the same time.
Do you feel it affected your schoolwork in any way?
No, I don't think so. I think I kept it up pretty well.
How long did it take to tape?
It took about 6 hours, I think.
I see. And you had to be on the set the whole time during the 6 hours?
Yeah, well, during my taping, they, had a couple breaks or whatever, but, yeah, we had to do all kinds of different shots and stuff, so I was on the set all the time.
Where exactly was it taped?
It was taped in the television building that's just over the hill from this school, actually.
I see. What was it like working with professionals, people who were experienced working in the business and getting paid for it?
It was sort of scary at first because I was, thinking, oh, gee, I'm an amateur, how am I going to come across to these people? But I think I handled it pretty well, and I think that it was mainly because of the way that they treated me. They realized it was my first time doing something like that, so they were very nice and very helpful.
Did you learn anything spectacular from working with professionals, or anything at all?
I think I learned mainly just that theater is much different than television, and also different. Like I've only worked on amateur productions before, and it was really strange to see how organized, professional productions are.
That leads into my next question. You've done theater before, you did television. How did you feel about the transition? Could you describe what it was like and the problems involved?
It was sort of difficult because I'm used to, when you're on stage, you have to project and you have to, your movements are pretty well bigger than they are on camera. So, you have to be careful that you don't overdo what you're doing, overdo your facial expressions and movements and things like that.
So, I understand that you work with Channel 10 as well. Could you describe what you did there?
I worked with it over the summer on a show called Youth Yogurt and the Other Thing. It was connected with Young Canada Television. It was a promotional thing for it. And it was neat because I got to work on cameras and I got to do a little bit of, see how editing is done and things like that.
How would you compare working with Channel 10 as compared to CBC?
Well, it's much more flexible, and you don't have the same sort of, well, you have the pressure of a deadline, but not so much when you're working with CBC or with a professional company.
Could you briefly describe what experience you have in the past with acting?
I've done several drama festivals at Dow, and I've done a musical at Prince Andrew, and I'm in the musical this year, and I've done just basically school plays and things like that.
I see. I don't think I'll ask you about how much you were paid for it, but were you pleased with it?
Well, yeah, I guess.
Tell me, do you plan to make a career of this?
Yes.
Acting, that is.
Hmm.
I see. And are you going to study it next year in university?
Hopefully, I'm hoping to go into Dow.
What do you plan to take at Dow?
Major in theater, the 3-year program there.
I see. How do you feel about U.S. foreign policy?
No comment.
Oh, I see. Well, I guess that about wraps it up. Thank you very much for coming and talking with us this evening.
Thank you.
Well, I'm Christopher Little, and this is QETV.